Hello, and welcome to Talking Points. Ask me anything. You're probably surprised to see me like this, but my name is Paige. I'm with Talking Points, and this is Ask Me Anything, where we go live and talk about everything family engagement. This week we are going to talk about Admin Family Connect, and yes, I'll address it. I am a skeleton today because Halloween is my favorite holiday, favorite day of the absolute whole year. So feel free to put in the chat if you are in costume today, what you're dressed as, or the best costume you saw at school today, or what you're excited about tonight. If you're joining me live, if you're not joining me live and you're joining after the fact and watching this later, would love to hear from you there as well. The blood here is sparkly and pink, so nothing scary. We only do spooky, not scary here at my house. So we're just here to have some fun and talk about how you can engage families. As usual, we just happen to be in costume. So happy Halloween. Let's get to it. We're going to look at, oh, I put messaging students. Did I click on the wrong one today? Here we go. Admin Family Connect. So we have, as you may know, as Talking Points fans or users, or even just someone curious about Talking Points, we have many different ways you can use Talking Points now. We've been around for a while, and so we've added not only the free Talking Points for Teachers platform, but now we also have Talking Points for schools and districts, which allows many different roles within a school, within a district to be added, custom roles for a district to be added, and now the Admin Family Connect suite, which will allow district administrators to interact with families in multiple different ways from different channels. So I know that a big goal for a lot of different districts is how do we get information to families in as many different ways as possible while not overloading them, but making sure that they are informed, that they feel connected, that they feel like their voices are being heard, and like we are covering all of our bases. So that's what the AFC, as I'm going to refer to it as, the Admin Family Connect, that's what we're going to look at today. So I'm going to put very first in the chat a document that you can look at later. You can save it now. It's totally up to you. That just kind of walks through what that suite within Talking Points for Schools and Districts looks like. The Admin Family Connect. It has it allows for administrators within the platform to message families, messaging and announcements. And I'm going to go over each one a little bit closer, but just an overview. Messaging, audio messaging. So when you think about the old school way of doing things, the call outs, the robocalls, as we would call them when I was teaching, there's an ability to do audio messages to families as well. Video messages. So for instance, if it were Halloween and I was the principal, I might send a message out telling families to be safe and give some tips on how to have a safe and happy Halloween. There's an option to do email messages. I know that Talking Points, we're famous for using text messaging, and we stand by that being the best way to communicate with families. But when you're coming from the principal level, the district level, email is also going to be an option that you're going to want to have. And so now we offer that as well in the Admin Family Connect suite, and polls. Just like there is available for teachers, it's available for admin as well. So I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So I'm going to pull up one of my accounts with administrator access. And let me share my screen. By the way, I'm happy to answer questions and address them throughout the session. So anytime you want to throw a question in the chat or a comment, thought, anything, put it in there and I will take a look. I may be sharing my screen and look in a moment, but I will be sure to look when I get a chance. So here I am logged in as a district administrator at the moment. This is what the district administrator sign-in looks like. You come straight to your analytics. So when we're talking about the Admin Family Connect suite, it's not a separate place that you would go. It's just these features that all work together to allow you to kind of leverage this family engagement as a strategy to improve all of these goals that you have. So let's look at the different ways you can message families. So first, you have simple direct messaging announcements that you can send out. So I'm an administrator for a district right here. I could message all schools that I'm connected to. I could message individual schools. If I had I do have classes in this account. So I could search for specific classes or specific groups. So depending on how your account is set up as a district administrator, you would find who all you want to message. Let's say that I want to reach out to the elementary schools and maybe the middle schools and let them know that I'm excited about Halloween. Make sure you stay with an adult tonight and be safe. Your messaging is going to go to families in 150 languages. Whatever their preferred language is, it will go to that family in their language. They can view it in both English and their assigned language, which families have shared that they super appreciate seeing both. There are many different instances where they might need to see one or the other. And families, there's no barrier to entry for families to get into Talking Points. So your messaging with them is pretty instantaneous, and being able to connect with them shouldn't be confusing or delayed because they don't have to figure something out, download something, learn how to use something new. It's just their phone, their text message. And while we're on messaging, the all of these features within the Admin Family Connect suite are so easy to use. It's like 1, 2, or 3 clicks of a button and boom, it's done. For example, if this was a super important message that I wanted to make sure everyone sees in every option, I may want to copy it as an email. Click. And all I have to do is add a subject. So, Halloween announcement. And there you go. It's going to send to emails as well that are attached within your SIS that's syncing. Whoever has an email attached, it's going to them as well. So it's that simple. So we've got basic messaging and we've got email in this suite. Then we can look at audio. So let's see if I can do this without embarrassing myself. So you'll click the microphone. You will record your message. Let's see, what should I say? We'll stay on theme. Hello, families. Just letting you know that our Halloween dance is tonight. It starts at 7 and ends at 9. Don't be late. So you'll record your message. It will transcribe it for you so you can read what it is. You can, and that's the message that will also translate. Hello, families. Just letting you know that our Halloween dance is tonight. It starts at 7 and ends at 9. Don't be late. And I love it knew to put 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the format of a time. It is going to send that transcript as well. And I can decide if, oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I can decide if it's going to be female or male voice down there. I'll leave it female and add the recording to my message. I can change this message up here as well to match or add additional information. And there I've got my audio recording. Pretty cool. So basic messaging / announcements, audio, and email. Covered those 3. Let's look at video messaging. So if I wanted to do a video, which I worked so hard on my makeup, of course I should. Let's see. You can either pre-record and upload a video, or you can record here. Hi, families. Just letting you know that our Halloween dance is on for tonight. We hope that you come, and it starts at 7, ends at 9. We'll see you there. Hopefully you are ready to record when you start. But you would record a video like that. See, just like the audio message, I'll turn off this banner down at the bottom so you can see the whole thing. It'll transcribe for you and show you how many characters you've used in the transcription, etc. If you stop it and want to resume recording, you can continue. You can stop it and try again if you mess up, which I've done several times. And then looks like I may have made it too short, but I'm going to stop mine because that's a good example. Oh, no, I stopped it. Okay. Because I just paused it. And then if I'm done with it, I can add it to my message and it just goes in just like any video or picture down at the bottom. And so they'll receive my message and my video, whether they're using text or the Talking Points for Families app. Either one, they're going to receive all of it. And I just think that's super cool. A much more personalized way for especially administrators to communicate with families, because they don't get to see families nearly as often as classroom teachers a lot of the time. My mouse gets lost between the 2 screens. Okay. And then the last thing that you are able to do, the 5th. Hi, families. Just letting you know that our Halloween dance is on for tonight. We hope that you come, and it starts at 7, ends at 9. We'll see you there. When you're not really a principal and you're making up the information, you got to improv. I think it turned out pretty good. So that's what would send to families. All right, and I got rid of it. So part 5 of Admin Family Connect is polls. It looks just like the button for adding a poll in the teacher accounts. Click that there. Let's see, since I'm just going with this whole Halloween dance, Halloween event, will your child be attending the Halloween event tonight? This is the fastest way to get answers from families. We talk about, you could also send it in as an email poll. We talk about these backpack documents that just end up in shreds or crumples at the bottom of backpacks and either never make their way home or make it back to school far too late for whenever they were supposed to come back. And being able to send a poll directly to a parent's or guardian's phone where they can just, oh yeah, we'll be there, click, and it's done. So much more helpful, and administrators get answers, principals, teachers, whomever wants to send a poll. I've seen teachers tell us, like, we had one teacher, I'm trying to remember where they were. It's from one of our blogs. So I can look back and find it, but they did a little experiment with the same event one year and the following year. The first year, they called over the telephone to tell families all about an event and to get responses on will you be there or not. And then the next year, they did talking points. And the responses, the RSVPs, the difference was astounding to be able to tell, okay, just to be prepared for the event. So when you think about, this is kind of sidetracked, but when you think about this texting communication with families and tech-enabled family engagement, it's not meant to replace in-person family engagement. It's meant to enable it further. So getting responses so you can prepare for that in-person engagement, or preparing them for what's going to happen when you're in person. It's leveraging what they have in their hands at all times and what we have in our hands or what we have in front of us at all times, so that we can make the most of the small amount of time that we have face to face. Okay, so all that to say, those 5 parts of the Admin Family Connect suite on Talking Points for schools and teachers, schools and districts, is a really cool addition to your account. And I'm going to put one more thing in the chat when it comes to that. And it's a short video starring me without skull makeup that you can share with your administrator if they are curious, or you can rewatch it if you're curious to learn more about what those features are, or if you'd like to request a demo from someone else on our team to learn more about it. So highly recommend, and it sends right to the website as well. So you'll be able to see a little bit more information about that. So that means it's FAQ time. So if you are with us and you have some questions about talking points, about AFC that we just talked about anything family engagement, now is your chance to ask, and I am here to answer. I have gathered a few questions from my lovely support team, Ash and friends. So I'm going to show some helpful answers, and hopefully if you're watching, they will be helpful for you as well. So the first thing I have a question on is, how do I download messages? And they want to see it from both an administrator point of view and a teacher point of view. So we are going to do administrator first. We'll go back into my Talking Points account. So if I'm on my home page as an administrator, and there's a specific message I want to print out or save, download, there's a few things I can do. If, let's say, it's the end of a semester, end of a quarter, and I just need to download everything, set the time frame here, download. Easy enough. If there's a specific conversation because I'm going into a meeting or an IEP and I need to make sure that I've got proof that we've communicated, find that conversation by whatever information that you have. It could be the staff member, it could be the student. Go to the far right, view that message, This one was audio. Bad example. Let's go down to, this is a better one. Wonder if I can actually get these ones. You can download the message data as well, administrators. So your delivery data on each of these messages. So your best bet is going by time frame, either the school year time frame or a custom time frame that you create. Now, teachers, let me switch over to the teacher's end. You are going to go into your messages or your classes to find what you're looking for. Let's say I want to print my conversation with Jamel or save it. I'm going to go to these top 3 dots, download conversation. And then I can decide the whole conversation or just a time period and download. It will download as, excuse me, as a PDF. And then I can print from there or just save it, share it with someone on a Google Drive, my principal, whomever. That is up to me from there. All right. The next question that I had was, how do teachers set up their email notifications? And I'm already in my teacher account, so I will show you here. I'm going to turn off this banner so that you can see the whole account. Down at the bottom in the left, we're going to set up our email notifications. So down at the bottom in the left, you're going to find your name. This is Eduardo's account, so I'm going to hit Eduardo, settings. And then you will see notifications is the third option, notifications, and the top is for your email notifications. You get to decide whether or not you want them at all and how often you want them to come. So that's what your email notifications are for, and you will not get those updated email notifications if you do not click save. So always make sure that you save those changes when you make them. Very important. Yes, thank you. Perfect. All right. And I think those are all the questions I have now, unless anybody drops some in the chat, and I will keep an eye on it. So until that happens, I'm going to share your challenge for the week, which is an exciting one because November's coming up. Yes, I love October. Yes, I love Halloween, but November's coming up starting tomorrow. And we think about gratitude a lot in November. So we're working behind the scenes on a project about the power of partnership. And, oh, that's a separate thing. Ignore what I just said. Follow us on socials for the thing I was going to say. This thing is about you. We're going to celebrate you every month. We're going to celebrate you and how many messages you've sent, messages and announcements, and you can find those in your analytics on your account. So I want you to share your October monthly message count using the Canva template from Talking Points. So what we did is we created a template for you to share how many messages and how many announcements you've sent each month. So you can kind of set a goal for yourself and see where you're at each month. You can share them with just your team. You can share them with us if you hit one that you're really, really proud of. We would love to just see where teachers are at and see them celebrating each other. And I did get one today from a teacher in Texas that I would love to share with you so you can see what it looks like. Let me share. Here it is. Yes. So in the month of October, this teacher sent 61 messages and 15 announcements with Talking Points. And so that's not even counting the ones that she received. So that's a great number just for the month of October. And so now she's looked at that and she can mentally set a goal to be even more engaged with families next month. And if you click on the link in the comments, I shared where she found this template to share those numbers for October. And the November one is in the same template. So if you kind of save that on Canva, you can go in each month and make this cute little one for each month of your numbers and share it with us on social. You can tag us and we will engage with you. You can share it with your team, share it with your principal, and say, look at me, show off a little bit about your fantastic family engagement. So that's your challenge. And for the last few minutes, I'm just going to wait for folks to leave some questions if they have them. If not, I hope you have a wonderful, safe holiday and that tomorrow is not too hectic with children coming back afterwards. But yeah, here to answer questions as long as you need me.